I'm here to share with you guys what I wish I knew before I went to college. Here's a little bit of background about myself so you know I'm not a phony, a fraud, or a fake. I go to community college. I am a first generation college student. I have student loans. I pay my way through school. I will have attended 3 colleges in total to get my degree, and then I will be graduating with my bachelor's degree from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. So I have a weird college experience. Another important thing to note is that I have changed my major 4 times. I originally was going into college for nursing, not sure why. My mom pressured me into it. And then I switched to communications, and then I switched to communications marketing, and then I switched to public health, and now I am an environmental studies major. So look at that path. Before I get into my topics, let me just say you do not need college anymore. Public service announcement. If you didn't know it, here you go. College is not needed anymore. Don't feel pressured to go to college because you can join the workforce, you can go to trade school, you can be an entrepreneur. Fuck, you can even just take your time. Ever think about that? Americans are like, take my time. Patience? No money? Yeah, maybe take a year off, take a gap year, figure out what you want to do with your life, and then proceed from there. You can do that. I just wanted to make it clear that you can choose a different route, and in doing so, you should not feel inferior to the people who choose to go to college because it's your choice, it's your life, and you can do whatever you want with it. Going to college does not make you better, and not going to college does not make you lesser of a human. I think that's something that needs to get through society's mind is if someone takes a different route, a different life choice than you would have made, who cares? I will be going over 5 topics with you guys today. The first one being the cost and how to pay. So, the best option for college is getting it paid for you, whether it's your parents paying for you to go to college, whether you have saved up money or you're working and you're putting yourself through paying through college. That is the best option ever. If you can get your college paid for, do it. Go. No loans, no debt. That is perfect. If you're in that position, you're doing great. I love that for you. I would recommend going to a college where it is the most free for you. I know this sounds like basic information, but it can be hard choosing what you want out of your college experience, whether that's a city life, rural, college town, whatever. But I'd recommend going to the college that gives you the most money, that makes it free for you. A lot of people come out of college with a lot of debt, which obviously isn't ideal. You can get scholarships. These can be sports or academic. I'm not very well versed in the sports world, but academically, you can get scholarships. When you apply to the school, it usually automatically applies you for them, but you should also apply to outside scholarships and see how much money you can get from them. Milk it. You can also get aid from schools, which means you're getting grants and you're getting money from the school to help you pay for it, basically, which should be aid from the school is usually free money, meaning you don't have to repay it. It's not a loan. My advice to you is to call your financial office and ask for more aid, especially if they're already giving you a grant. They will probably give you more if you just call them and ask nicely. 99% of the time, they will give it to you because not a lot of people be calling those offices. But I remember my first year, I was on the phone with them probably every other week saying, give me more money. And they did. Student loans are probably the worst option, worst way to pay for school. I would know because I am doing that. So how I pay for my school is I do half loans and half out of my own pocket. Student loans are with you till death. Yeah, bummer. And obviously, you have to pay interest on loans. There's about a 5% fee on loans taken out for college right now. Be wary of how much loans you're taking out because you can get out of school and you can be $100,000 in debt. Be very careful with student loans, and I would recommend if you don't have to take them out, do not take them out. Stay away from them like it's the plague. Let's talk community college. Fuck the stigma. If you're scared about going to community college, just do it. You save money and you live better. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. I don't have many friends, which is a negative, but I am saving tons and tons of money per year, like per semester. I spent in total on my education $4,000 this year. it's better in my opinion. If you're worried about money, I think community college is a great option because you're given the opportunity to still learn, you're still getting your education. It's literally the same classes, but they're cheaper, they're usually easier, and you can still transfer to a 4-year university. A lot of community colleges have transfer programs. I would highly recommend looking into them because I applied to UNC Chapel Hill during senior year and I didn't get in. But then I applied again through this program and I got in. So you can kind of find loopholes in it and possibly go to the school of your choice. Now, on to choosing a major. My number one advice for this is choose a major you're interested in. If you don't know what your tick is, try volunteering, ask around, ask your parent, well, not ask your parents what they do. Some people actually don't know what their parents do. Ask your parents what they do, ask your parents' friends what they do, ask your friends' parents what they do. Just ask around and see if any of that clicks with you or if some of it disgusts you because you can really make a pros and cons list of your major right there. You don't want to go through college with a major that you hate because it's going to make college unbearable. You're not going to want to have any motivation to do your work, and it's just not going to be fun. College is meant for you to use your resources, network, and get an education to learn. So if you're not going to be interested in your classes, then what's the point? Why are you spending all that money? Or why are you spending all your parents' money for no reason? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be a fool. So, really connect with yourself and find what you want out of a major and what you want to do and what you want your impact on the world to be. Those are some big picture questions that you should be asking yourself before you choose a major. I chose a major 4 times. I mean, you'll probably make a mistake. I did 4 times. But it all works out, right? It does. It really does all work out. So don't stress over it, but just pick what you love. Friendships. So, in my experience at university, finding friends wasn't really that hard. And I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but it really isn't. You'll find people that you'll talk to in your class. You'll find people that you see every day. You'll see people in the dining hall. You'll see people in the dorms. You'll see people in your classes. And naturally, because you see each other every day, you're going to talk to them and you will become friends. I think finding a core group of friends may be a little bit harder because you have to wean out the people who are just maybe your academic friends and the people that you actually like and want to spend more time with. But to do that, it's not too hard. Ask people if they want to hang out, ask them to grab lunch, ask them to grab coffee. Just be outgoing and be yourself, be authentic, and just radiate good energy, and people will come to you and you'll find friends. I think that's very nerve wracking when you go to college. It's not too hard. You'll be okay. But if you're in community college, just know that it is a lack of community there. I don't have many friends that I would hang out with outside of school. It can get a teensy bit lonely, but I like being alone. At least what I tell myself to get through the days of community college. I am very excited to transfer. However, I don't think it's awful to be alone for a little bit and to just focus on yourself. A little tip of advice for friendships is don't let people waste your time. There's no room for negative friendships. I think in the beginning of school, you can have friendships that kind of string you along a little bit. My advice to you on these people is don't put your energy into them because it can be draining to just be chasing after someone. And we don't want to chase people. You can attract people to you, but don't chase them because it kind of wastes your energy and it just drains you in general. It drains you because it's social interaction and you're not getting the same feelings back from a person. Let it be. Let it go. There's a lot of people on campus that I'm sure you could find to be your friend. I'd like to be your friend. So, you'll find people. Last topic. This really applies to first generation college students. Please comment if you're a first generation college student because it is hard out here. I know it is. My advice to you is breathe. It will all work out. I was so nervous my first year because my parents didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. My siblings didn't know what was going on. It was a clusterfuck. I had no idea what to do and it was quite overwhelming, especially the FAFSA and all the papers you have to do to get into college and doing that alone. It's a lot. If you haven't heard it already, I am proud of you and congratulations. Like, you're doing that shit. You got it. You can do it, and I'm very excited for all your future endeavors. However, make sure you ask for help. I was on the phone with the help desk every other day because I had questions, especially during the summer before going into college. Call them, ask questions that you don't know. It'll help you for your next year and your next year and your next year with registration, with all the forms that you have to do for FAFSA. It'll just help you get more in the groove and more comfortable with what the fuck is going on, because I really remember my summer before I went to college. It was so stressful. Make sure your parents have, I mean, I know this isn't up to you guys, but try to make sure your parents have an idea of when they need their papers in and stuff like that, because I know when I asked my parents for papers, they'd be like, why didn't you tell me this 12 years ago? I was like, you're right. I should have told you when I was 8 years old. It can be difficult working with family and working through that, but you guys got it. I mean, you're in college, so you're capable. To end this video off, I hope all of you college goers have an amazing time, an amazing experience at college. I hope you learn, I hope you make friends, and I hope you were able to take something valuable from this video. I wish you luck on your education journeys. If you guys have any advice for fellow college goers, leave it down in the comments, because I'm sure a lot of people would love to read them and see what advice you guys can gather from one another. Have a little discussion in the comments, please, about college, your experiences, the best parts, the worst parts, the ins and the outs. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys this week. I will see you next Sunday, probably with the vlog. Bye!